Hey guys, it's Jenna. In today's video, we're going to be doing something super fun. We're going to be talking about makeup that is so amazing, great performing products that it made me really want to buy so many more of them. So this is a video idea that I got from my friend Michelle. So if you haven't seen Michelle's video, I will link it in the description box. But when I saw that she uploaded that video, I was extremely interested. What are the products that she really loves that made her want to buy like so many different colors? So many different shades. So this is the premise of this video for me as well. There's also some interesting surprises. So let's get started. First of all, I have to share with you guys my monstrous collection of Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. So very obviously, this is a formulation I love. So this basket contains Matte Revolution as well as the Creamy Kissing formulation from Charlotte Tilbury. There's just so many in here. This is actually shade Runway Royalty from the Kissing formulation. And it's interesting because you can see this is a gorgeous color. But this is a lipstick formulation that I absolutely love, the creamy one as well as the matte one. So starting with the creamy one is very beautiful when it comes to finish. It's a satin finish, nice and creamy on the lips, medium to full opacity. You can build it up a couple of layers and it just looks absolutely stunning. The bullets are so beautiful. It's this rose gold, gorgeous outer packaging with like the ribbed detail, just kind of that little added luxury piece. I just love these lipsticks. I mean, clearly, because I don't even know how many I have anymore. There's so many that this little basket is overflowing at this point. So we do have the Matte Revolution as well. So this is Pillow Talk, very classic from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to show you guys as well the shade difference, which is not a lot. Not a lot. So Pillow Talk is on the left, Runway Royalty on the right. What I do really like is that this is a matte formula that has a gorgeous comfortability to it. It doesn't cling to lines, doesn't make your lips look dry or older than they actually are. And that's something that a matte product, in my opinion, really needs to do well in, especially for lipstick. If you are someone that is not a matte fan. So for myself, I do like to have some of that satin finish going on usually, but I gravitated towards this formula because it is so comfortable. It takes the highlights of the satin formulation that I really love, like the comfortability and how smooth and hydrating it makes my lips look, and then it adds a matte finish instead of a satin, and it just is so beautiful. I have so many of these lipsticks. I actually have a swatching video, so I will link that as well if you want to see all of the shades I have. There are so many from Charlotte Tilbury, and she is someone that when she releases a lipstick, I have to hold myself back. It's funny because the shades vary so slightly in like color, with like pink, a little bit more pink peach, peachy pink, peachy brown, peachy nude, you know, like there's so many like subtle differences, but because of how beautiful these formulas are, I feel like I just have to have them. They're just absolutely gorgeous. You can display this on a vanity very easily as well if you would like, but this is a lip formulation. Both the Matte Revolution as well as the Kissing formula just gets me every single time. And I mean, clearly. Let's talk about another Charlotte Tilbury product that it's along the same vein, but this is actually a product that I feel like I also need to get every single one. These are the Beauty Wands. Exhibit A, the Beauty Wands. Okay, let's talk about it. There's a contour wand that's absolutely gorgeous. I do have it on my cheeks as well today, but this is a really beautiful contour, a little bit on the cooler side, very creamy, very blendable, actually is quite opaque. I would say medium to full as well. And this is a formulation that you do have to make sure that you are turning it off and on. There's actually a dial where you switch it on or off, especially if you are traveling with this, which I don't really recommend. I feel like a lot of people have reported that when they travel with these, they sort of explode. So just keep in mind, probably not a good idea, but in order to have your best chance at this actually surviving a flight or pressure change or something like that, you need to turn them off 100%. Otherwise it'll leak through and just waste everything. So I have found that I don't even necessarily have to pump out more product every time I put this on my face. There's always so much like remaining in the sponge tip applicator that I feel like I don't even have to pump it probably like every 3 or 4 times that I use it is when I actually put new product through the sponge tip. But this is a really beautiful formula, very easy to use. Like I said, so blendable. You can't go wrong. I mean, as soon as, I think the highlight was the first one I got, which was this one. This was Spotlight. This is actually a highlight. It's like a champagne gold. I'm going to actually swatch it so you can see. It is so beautiful, like a pinky gold. I have a backup of probably all of these at this point. So this is Spotlight, absolutely gorgeous. You guys can see that is so silky smooth, very beautiful. Just like the slightest kiss of pink with that. I'll show you the contour one next. Here we have Fair Medium for contour. Gorgeous. And the other 3 that I have are highlight / blush beauty wands, basically. So depending on your complexion, you could potentially use this as a highlight if you would like, but I have Pillow Talk. So Pillow Talk is a highlight. This one might be, do you see? This is actually quite highlighty. So this could be either or for me. If I go really, really light-handed, I could probably be okay with this as a highlight, but you could also just put this with a blush color and mix it together. But this is Pillow Talk. This one, like I said, re-released recently because she's added some Pillow Talk products to her collection, and this one was sold out for a long time. Now it's back. There's also a Pillow Talk medium, so I really like this color as well. And then of course my favorites are Peachgasm, Pinkgasm. The hype for these is real. It is 100% sound in my opinion as well. They're gorgeous. They last all day. They blend like a dream. Both of them are stunning colors. So Pinkgasm, I always turn them off to make sure that they don't leak through, and that's, you know, it's a good thing. You got to make sure, even in storage, you don't want to waste anything. We have Peachgasm as well. I don't have a ton of room in my hand anymore, so I'll show you which one is which. Pinkgasm is far left, so I'll show you right there. Very opaque swatch right there. You don't need that much. It doesn't show up that bright on the skin unless you over apply it. Then we have Peachgasm on the very end there, a gorgeous peachy pink. Like, all of these colors are so beautiful. I just love them. And I feel like this formulation, regardless if it's a contour stick, if it's the blush, if it's the highlight, it's just so easy to blend out, so creamy. That's why I'm absolutely addicted to these. If she ever expanded it and put like more blushes, more contours, or bronzers even, or more highlights, I mean, I'd be all over it, 100%. So like I said, the only shades I don't have, I think, are Pillow Talk Medium, just because it's gonna be quite deep on me, as well as the contour wand in the other shade, which is the darker shade. But these are lovely. As you can tell, I'm obsessed. Let's talk about another gloss that I feel like has my heart, and that is the Tower 28 glosses. So I have 3 of them because I'm literally obsessed with this formula. It's very beautiful and milky. So the shades I have are Pistachio, I have Coconut, and I have Oat. All of them are on the lips. Okay, they're like subtle differences, especially between these two. Right? Like, so one of them is a little bit pinker, one of them is a little bit more purpley, right? This one is a clear difference because of how much lighter it is, but I just couldn't help myself. I think I got Pistachio, which is the latest shade in the sale, so I had some thought process going on and didn't pay full price for it, but I really, really love this formula that I just had to have it in my collection. So like I said, it's a milky consistency, very, very smoothing. The doe foot is actually a non-bent one, so it's a straight edge. It's also really skinny, so you can get into that Cupid's bow really nicely if you would like. But this is Pistachio. You can see it's about medium opacity. It's definitely buildable. I'll show you the difference between Coconut and this one, because I'm like, Jenna, there's not that much. But that's okay. I do actually use them a ton. One is always in my bag, and I had to pull it out of my purse just so that I could make sure I had my complete collection here for the video. I feel like Tower 28 is still a very underrated brand. There's not a ton of talk about them yet, but I do think they're going to get a lot more buzz because it really just is this effortless, gorgeous kind of beauty. Like, this gloss is so easy. You don't even have to worry about having a mirror or anything to make sure it's super precise, right? So we have Oat, Coconut, Pistachio. You can see Coconut and Pistachio, not a ton of difference. But both of them are loves of mine, so I don't mind at all. These make your lips feel super hydrated as well, and I do feel like they have a nice gloss to them. There's no shimmer In these, it's just a beautiful glossy, like overall hydrated, moisturized look on the lips, and it just makes your lips look really healthy and youthful. I don't know. I'm really, really obsessed with this one. Now keep in mind, because it is a milky gloss, it's one that moves a little bit more than a traditional gloss would. So some of them are a little thicker and they can stay in place a little bit longer. This is one that's a little bit more movable, but I don't mind because of the convenience of it and how easy it is to use. I don't mind reapplying it throughout the day either. I'm just trying to remind myself if there's a scent. There is a slight scent to this. It's a little bit on the sweet side, but not an overpowering sweet scent where it could be off-putting. If you guys are familiar with me and my channel, you know that this next gloss formula is a must for me. I have absolutely recommended this in so many different types of videos, whether it was Sephora VIB sale or whether it was a Pat McGrath big sale. So now you know they're from Pat McGrath. The Lustre glosses, you guys, these are only 4. I'm pretty sure I've lost 2 already because I know I have Sunset Rose somewhere and it's not in this bunch. I'm like, where did she go? Is she in my car? Is she in one of my purses? The struggle is real. But that being said, you guys know that if I'm losing them, I'm using them, right? That wasn't supposed to rhyme. Anyway, so this is a lovely formulation, regardless if you get them that have shimmer component to them or not. There's some that don't have the shimmer in them. There's some that do. So this first one is called Prima Donna. It's the palest pink. This is a really lovely one. Often Pat McGrath will mark these down significantly on her website. The only difference is that when you're thinking about purchasing from her website, I know that you guys have shared your thoughts with me as well as I've had personal experiences, and it really depends on shipping time. It can be so bonkers. It can be so long, it could be so backed up, and then I ordered the Divine Rose toner, which I'm going to be reviewing very soon, and that one came within a week. So I don't understand what happened. And to Canada, that might I add, which is even more rare. So it just depends. It's a little bit inconsistent, but depends on if you think that the deal is worth waiting a little bit longer for. Either way, love these glosses. This one is Flesh Fantasy, absolutely beautiful. Let's swatch some of them, just like how we've been swatching them all. So I do have a few others, like I said, that I've searched my house for before I filmed. I hate that, because then they come around when you're like decluttering, right? And you're cleaning your house, you're like, oh yeah, I found that. So here we have all the shades. Dare to Bear, far left, Flesh Fantasy, Flesh Astral, and then Prima Donna. You can see the beautiful gloss. It's so, so pretty. I love the gloss on these. I love that these are a couple swipes. It's not a full coverage product, like I said, but light to medium on a first swipe. Super gorgeous though. And this one does have a smell. Yeah, it's like slight cookie smell, like on the vanilla side of things. But again, just like the Tower 28, not super in your face, like a punch of scent that's gonna waft off of your lips. It's actually really, really nice. So these, I feel like one of Pat's like favorite products that she's ever created, to me, in my opinion, because all of these shades, like so many of them, are so wearable that I have to hold myself back when she does these like blowout sales. And I'm like, hey, I don't want all of them, but I do, right? So I have some self-control, but not a lot. Okay, this next one is only a collection of 2 right now because I'm just starting my collection of these. These are the blush sticks from Westman Atelier. So I have 2 here. I have Petal and I have Chochette. This is the gorgeous outer packaging. Westman Atelier is super beautiful and very luxurious, not only in price point. The quality, I think, justifies the price, but I also think the packaging is also very stunning. It is a pet peeve of mine, you guys know, when we're talking about a luxury price tag or a price brand and the packaging doesn't justify that price point, to me it's a little bit of a ripoff, because you don't just buy a luxury product for quality, you also buy it for the experience. And I do think the packaging has to also match the aesthetic of the brand, of, you know, how popular or luxurious the name is. Westman Atelier does a great job with that. I feel like it's just so weighty in the hand, but very practical. It's magnetic, so you can just close it like that and it clips right on. This rolls up and down, so you don't have to worry about rolling it up and wasting product. So the shades here, we have Petal. Now these are highly pigmented, which is why when you get them, you don't have to worry about running through the product because it's so easily blendable, very, very opaque. You can apply it directly to the cheek if you want, but I find that the pigment gets really heavy fast, so I do like light like dabs, but you can also apply it with a brush, and that's typically what I do. I roll up the stick and then I put my brush in there. So here we have the two shades, both beautiful in my opinion and both very wearable. Chochet is on the left and Petal is on the right. One is a little bit more bold. I would say Petal is a little bit bolder and Chochet is a little bit more, I guess, on the nudie side, but both are stunning and I have absolutely loved these. There's a couple other shades too that I'm kind of like, okay, I do want to get, but some of them are a little bit bolder and I'm kind of like, hey, I just don't know if I want to get those because how often am I going to wear them? But I love the formula so much that it is one that I try to take advantage of during a sale if I want another shade. So this is a lovely one too. And I just tested out the Westman Atelier bronzer / contour stick. It's in Biscuit. Such a good one too. It's the same creamy consistency as the blushes are. So this is actually in black packaging, so you can see it's different than the blushes, but I do find the formulations to be very, very similar, which is why I'm very gravitated towards this creamy, very blendable, very highly opaque formula from Westman Atelier. So I'm gonna have my eyes open for any other shades that come in, especially the highlights. I don't think I've tried the highlights yet, now that I think about it. So my love affair with this like blush and bronzer kind of stick formula is very similar to the beauty ones from Charlotte. This one is in a strong start with the bronzer and the blush being a very similar, highly opaque, beautifully blendable formulation, and now I have to test out the highlights and see if they're just as nice. Hopefully you guys don't hear the garbage bins going outside, but they are going outside. It is loud, so I had to stop for just a second. So the next one that I'm obsessed with, Victoria Beckham Beauty. She gets me. I don't know. It's funny, when I grew up and I watched the Spice Girls were one of my favorite bands ever. I was obsessed with them as a young child. I actually loved Baby Spice the most, and Posh Spice, who is Victoria Beckham, as you know, she was like totally overlooked to me. Like I was like, yeah, she's okay, but she just had more of a, I guess, subdued presence in the band. Like she was the fashion one. I totally overlooked her and I regret it because I was obsessed with Baby Spice. I wanted to play her all the time with my friends at recess when we were playing Spice Girls. But now Victoria Beckham, like her line, I don't know, you guys, I feel like everything that I've tried has been amazing, and it really is something I have to hold myself back from purchasing anything more and buying the entire line of all of these products. So the first one is the lid Lustres. Guys, lid Lustre in Honey is on my eyes today. It is beautiful. And I also have Tea Rose and I also have Blonde. So I'll show you Honey. This is a really beautiful golden color. You can see how gorgeously metallic that is. It's in a very beautiful packaging. It has like the tortoiseshell cap and it says VB in gold there. Oh, you guys, she killed it. It is heavy in the hand, so luxurious. I'm gonna swatch all of them so you can see. She has like a few other shades in this already that I've been like, don't do it, Jena, don't do it, right? Like, especially because when she ships to Canada, I do have to pay duties on it. As a Canadian, a little bit of an unfortunate situation geographically, right? But I don't care. They're so great, you know? They're so lovely. So here we have the swatches. Tea Rose is on the left, then Blonde is in the center, and then we have Honey. Super gorgeous, you guys. Very layerable as well, which I love. You can actually use them together, and they work really well together for like a hybrid color. You can put like a little bit of blonde in the center to kind of have like more light in the center of your lid and kind of do like a halo effect. But when it comes to these lid Lustres, guys, like there's like Starlight right now that's so beautiful. There's like a cool like silver one. I'm like, oh, like I want them all, but I can't do it. I can't. I have to have some self-control. The other products from Victoria Beckham that I have a hard time with self-control. The glosses. This is the Posh Gloss, as well as the Posh Lipsticks. Luckily, there's only 3 of each right now. I am shocked. So the Posh Gloss, all of these, super beautiful. I feel like all of these are very Victoria Beckham. If you guys know what I'm talking about, she's got very classic style where it's just timeless. There's nothing too bold, too colorful or anything. It's just like lots of your beauty enhanced, very like nude forward lips and a little bit of color in the eyes from time to time. Like her palettes do have some color, but She just has that very classic, always fashionable kind of vibe, in my opinion. This is also a very beautiful lip gloss formulation, but it has a little bit more tack than the other two I'm talking about. So the Pat McGrath one is a little bit less tacky. The Tower 28 is definitely a lot less tacky, but this one has a little bit of tack to it. Keep in mind that it sets. So it doesn't stay tacky on the lips very long, which I appreciate, but because of that tack, it sort of adheres really well. So not an uncomfortable tack, just a little bit to sort of adhere that pigment to your lips. So the first one is called Bikini. Like all these are super wearable, right? We have Bikini, we have Tan Line, and then we also have Poolside. These are lovely, and the same like heavy packaging, the tortoiseshell cap, so lovely. I love this brand. I can't with this one. She could clean me out, you guys. I could have absolutely no funds left because I would want her entire line, honestly. These lip glosses are also beautiful, and I hold myself back all the time, not getting all of them. Same with the Posh Lipsticks. So these are beautiful because the same tortoiseshell decorative packaging is maintained in this bullet. And you also, this is what you do. You just slip it off and you roll it up. Very easy. So all of these have a very creamy consistency. So I'm going to be swatching all of these too. Now all of these are very like nudie as well, just like the lip glosses. They sort of pair really well together. This is a medium opacity overall, and it's very long lasting as well. Swatches for this one. So we have Twist, then we have Girl in the center, and then we have Pose on the right. Super beautiful as well, and you can see that they're also very nudie, very everyday friendly. These are not lipsticks you're going to be wearing once in a while. They're lipsticks that if you do invest in them, they are shades that you can wear with many looks. Whether you have a bright, bold eye or a more muted eye, perfect with everyday makeup as well when you don't have like a ton of really anything going on, just like focusing on your natural beauty. And I don't know, guys, I mean, if it's not evident enough, that's very classic, very timeless. These shades are not going to go out of style. The glosses don't have any glitter components. They're just glossy by themselves without that glitter or shimmer inside the formulation. So that's also a really nice touch for those of you that don't really like that. I feel like Victoria Beckham did a great job creating a very inclusive line for a wide variety of uses. All right, guys, I have to share a couple other things that I'm obsessed with that I figured I would put in this, like, makeup so good, I had to buy everything. This isn't a makeup product, but I had to share with you guys my love for Nest candles. You guys know I love them. I did recently have a fail of a Nest candle, but it was only the outer packaging of the candle. I'll show you guys again in case you missed that video. So it's actually this grapefruit candle from Nest. It sits in a basket type holder, and unfortunately for me, my basket was just uneven, so it just had a hard time burning evenly unless I had to prop it up with a piece of paper towel. But the actual scent of the candle itself was super summery. It's just grapefruit, very citrusy, very light. It smells amazing, especially coming in from a really long winter here in Canada. It was such a nice one to enjoy. I've already got so many more that I've purchased. If they come out with another profile, I feel like I have to try it, like always. The wild mint and eucalyptus one is lovely. The chamomile one I just burned, which is like a driftwood and chamomile, that was really relaxing and gorgeous. Love their holiday scents, as you guys know. And this is another one I picked up recently. I'll show you guys. They're more summery scents. So this is now my second one of the Nest and Grey Malin collaboration for like summery type candles. This one's called Ocean Mist and Sea Salt. You guys, this is my second one. I've already burned through one before. I had to get this one. It is at Sephora. I've also seen them at Nordstrom. But look at the beautiful decorative candle holder. It's really beautiful for summer. You can see it's kind of like aquatic. And this one smells so good. It smells very light and definitely like you're on the beach. Like this one smells like either a beach holiday or going to the cabin and you're by a beach, like anything beach related. Very nostalgic for me and very heartwarming. It's gorgeous. The throw of these Nest candles is also insane. So I really love the fact that even if you go ahead and you purchase this bougie candle and you're like, hopefully I can smell it, because hello, it's a candle. I can smell them everywhere in my home, whether I'm going upstairs on my main level. The basement, not so much. I think it's because we have our basement door closed, so it doesn't really flow into the basement so much, but main level and the upstairs, I'm like, wow, am I in Turks and Caicos or am I in wintry Canada? I don't know, but it smells amazing. This other one I got is this gigantic one. I haven't tried this one yet. This is the Nest and Grey Malin collaboration as well, and this is called Sizilian Tangerine, but the only one available was this massive one. Like, it's like 3 wicks, you guys. Ooh, it smells like tangerine. It smells beautiful. Look, this is a monster though. This is as big as my head. The price point reflected that too, keep in mind. So you can get this like single one and it's perfect. It doesn't have to be this 3 wick size unless you're a crazy fan like I am and you will use it, right? But this is gorgeous. It already smells amazing. I really hope that the throw is maintained just like it's off of this candle, but in my experience, all of them have been consistent when it comes to throw, when it comes to how the scents are developed and designed together. They're very beautiful. They're not too sweet or too juvenile in like, you know, that potent, like you can tell when it's just a little bit too much. This is the perfect balance. It's so lovely. So this one smells, oh, I got lipstick on it. Nope. All right, we're good. This one definitely smells like tangerine. It has that really nice tangerine first note. I feel like I can smell a little bit of like passion fruit, a little bit of like mango or something tropical, like that type of fruit, whether it's like mango or like melon of some kind. And this one also has a teeny bit of bergamot in it. So it's really gorgeous. And this is also kind of along the same lines as the kind of beachy type theme with this collaboration. So I love it. I really love beach holidays. When I get to go to Mexico, it's one of my favorite things in the world. So having stuff that simulates that, because I don't live in a beach area, I just love this. It's very nostalgic and very comforting for me. The last non-beauty product that I'm going to share that is literally making me want to buy everything is actually this jewelry brand called Leah Alexandra. So I actually have been getting into jewelry a little bit as I've been getting older. I'm not a typical jewelry wearer because I didn't want something super bold in my collection. I wanted something that was a little bit more dainty, a little bit more timeless. And now I'm discovering these brands along the way that really develop these gorgeous pieces of jewelry at a really nice price point as well. I love the fact that this is just like the same beautiful high quality experience as these other luxury brands, but it's not like super expensive like other luxury brands are. So this is Leah Alexandra. It's actually a Canadian company, so represent Canadian, and they do ship worldwide if you are interested. I did get a couple of these pieces gifted to me to try out the brand, so thank you so much to the brand for sending them over. They make such beautiful dainty pieces that I'm very attracted to the brand, and I can't wait to pick up more pieces along the way. But this one that I'm wearing right now is called the Alba Necklace. It's a 17-inch chain. It actually has a really beautiful length. It's not super long or super like choker. It's actually just this perfect length on me, and the chain detailing is so lovely. So I really love this piece, and I just wear it with any top, honestly, whether it's a dressy top or a basic top. So this is a basic top from Abercrombie, and it sort of like dresses it up a little bit more because you've got that jewelry, you know. So I love that. There's also another necklace that I'll show you as well that I don't wear them together. I actually wear them separate, but you can layer them together if you want. And this is the Baldwin necklace. This is a white topaz that's set in a 14 karat gold vermeil pendant, and it has an 18-inch chain as well. So this is also a really lovely piece that they sent over that I've become obsessed with. Another favorite is this gold ring. This is actually called the Century ring on the website. I'll link all of it in the description box if you're interested, but this is a very similar type idea to the necklace. This is actually white topaz set in gold vermeil as well. And it's a really beautiful piece for, like I'm wearing it on my middle finger right now. Not to swear at you, but I really love this because it's just got like that really classic detailing as well. I also especially love supporting Canadian businesses as I am Canadian myself. If you are interested in trying some new dainty pieces of jewelry, they did give me a discount code. It is Jena 10 for 10% off. This code is available to use once per customer, and it applies to everything on the website. So I can't wait. I've actually been shopping myself. Once I got these gifted pieces, I was like, what else do I want? Like, it's the same thing, right? As beauty. I'm like, do I want everything? Yes, I do. Do I have to hold myself back? Yes. But they just make such beautiful pieces that I had to share them with you. Let me know your makeup favorites that you love so much that you have a million shades in. I'm super curious. I thought this was a really great idea. So thanks again to Michelle for creating this idea. I really thought it was a lot of fun. Harvey wanted to say a quick hi as well. Hello, love bug. You say hi to everyone. He's doing so well, as you know. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. Bye.